Name's Bill Cipher.
Look at all these fat ladies. What's wrong? Just kidding. I know they're the witches. People used to fear them. Now they confront and crown them. This has to change. Make the witch great again. Let's have it.
I'll help you with this, and in return, you can help me with something I've been working on. We'll work out the details later.
I hate that the witch has become like the joke end of Left 4 Dead. Like, they gave you an achievement for crowning her. That's just sad. So what we're thinking is that she should be buffed, and not just a small buff, not a minor buff, but a big buff. I'm thinking improve her AI, because I'm not sure how many of you out there have seen it, but there have been times where the witch just kind of goes straight potato. She just outright does not know what she's doing. She gets confused and like runs off a cliff or something, or just runs off like as if she had killed the survivor that alerted her. We want to improve her AI. Hell, make her AI the smartest AI in the game. Just the absolute smartest one you can have. What also needs some attention is her alert awareness, whatever it may be, because I can't count the amount of times where I have been pointing my flashlight at a witch and she just does not care until I'm literally like breathing her air. And even then, when I am breathing her air, it takes her a good like 5-6 seconds for her to finally aggro onto me. I have tested this. It takes her a while to stand up and attack me, or anybody else for that matter. The only thing that will instantly aggro her is if you shoot her. So her awareness should be buffed majorly. Like, no light can be on her at any time, or that will cause her to aggro. On top of that, the time it takes her to aggro should be reduced greatly. From 5-6 seconds, I don't know how many seconds it takes exactly, but down to like a good 2, maybe 2.5. Make her something that you do not want to. You don't want to fuck with her. You don't want to be in her vicinity. You don't want her in your way. You don't want her anything. You want to fear her, because that's what she was originally intended to do. Another thing she could use is more health. I understand that she, in terms of physique, she's not that strong looking, or she's skinny, but at the same time, you can 4-hit her with a melee weapon or crown her one time, and that's just ridiculous. She is still a boss infected, and she should still receive some of that love. So increase her health, and if a health increase is not possible because of her physique, then increase her speed exponentially. You have to make that woman run fast. Like, not like the survivor can have a chance to run away. She aggroes, she will be in your face so fast that you have mere seconds to take her down, or you'll die. If players fail to kill them, they will reappear later in the game with the same amount of health. They will reappear later in the chapter. So let's say you encounter a witch somewhere early in the chapter, but she manages to kill the survivor that alerted her and run off, and you guys aren't able to kill her. She will reappear later in the chapter, roaming or sitting in the way of the survivors. Whatever condition she escaped in, she will still retain. If you damage her for 200, she will still be damaged for 200. If you set her on fire, you will probably find her corpse later on in the chapter. But the way this is going about is we want to set up a little bit of a punishment system, whether if you can't kill them, they will continue to appear. And let's say you are the last survivor because you just completely failed at killing the witch 3 times over. Now she's waiting in your safe room, and it's you and a witch in a locked room together. Like, if you're able to kill her, please, props to you, because I don't know how you're going to manage to do that one.
The witch was never in the same league with the tank, but they're both boss infected, and there shouldn't be a vast power difference between the two. Things were different back then. In the first game, when you encountered the witch, she was somewhat terrifying. When you first heard her Q, the witch Q, 2 things popped into your mind. One was, oh shit, she's close by. Number 2, GTFO. Well, that was before everyone started using the arts of crowning. Now the people's like, oh, a witch? Don't worry guys, I got it. Yeah, so they shouldn't feel confident when they face the witch. They should rather be unnerved when they're in her proximity. In realism, she can kill you in one hit, and she can't be crowned. What? That's awesome. Now, that's amazing. She's actually horrifying. Let's apply that to the other game modes and difficulties. Let's not forget the Wandering Witch. When we first heard of her, we were all spooked. I mean, I was aghast when I read the article about her. I was petrified. The witch on the move, wow, maybe this was the thing that we really needed to revitalize the witch and perhaps restore her reputation and have her strike, inspire fear once again. Nope, that actually made her more pathetic. If you think the Singing Witch sucks, oh bro, the Wandering Witch makes her out to be like a Gyarados. The Wandering Witch is the inferior version of the Singing Witch. She does not have anything over the Singing Witch at all, nothing noteworthy. She's easier to avoid, she's harder to anger. I mean, the only way I know of is to actually touch her, thus making it more difficult for the infected to make a plan around her. Why have a lesser, weaker form of the witch? It's not advantageous keeping her around. She's easily disposable. She's more of a detriment to the infected. Not saying I want to remove her, but the witch sincerely needs that buff. Both forms should be in the same equal playing field. They should both be taken serious in dire situations and be recognized as actual threats and not little obstacles that we have to clear or jump over. Both forms should have that one superior feat that makes it better than its opposite form in that fashion, really noticeable, striking, and impressive. The witch is like a girl on her period times 1,000. So, do you mess with a girl on your period? Do you confront them? Challenge them to a duel? No, you get the fuck out of there! The parallels are uncanny, both are volatile, sensitive, they both crave sweets. Once to be left alone, they sob, weep, do witch stuff. If they're slightly annoyed, they would chase you down to the ends of the earth with a murderous intent and kill you in a vicious fashion. Now that's goals. I want that. I want that to come true. I want to be a fighting Lewis. That's my dream.